How do you create consistency and discipline when it comes to time management? You know, when I show up to the office at 5 a.m. every morning, first of all, why do I do it? But more importantly, how do I do it? To create that discipline allows you to truly uncover the secrets that'll help you manage your time. Now, I'm here to teach you the 12 rules and strategies I use to ensure accountability when it comes to time management. Hey guys, I'm Dhahan and I create content so that you can learn from the tens of thousands of dollars I've spent on coaches, mentors, and programs to really enhance the strategic ways that I live my life. If you haven't already, click subscribe because I come out with great new content every week that allows you to really understand some of the strategic ways that I live with abundance, freedom, and wealth, and so I can teach you do the same thing. Let's get started. So time management. We all want to manage our time the correct way. Why is it that we somehow can't? Or choose not to? What makes it so difficult? We are constantly making excuses in our head of saying, I don't have enough time, or I wish I could have more time. But yet, every single human gets the same exact amount of time. Curious, eh? How do certain people leverage their time and others can't get enough to pursue their goals and dreams? If you utilize these strategies that I'm gonna teach you, it'll help you become very efficient and effective when it comes to managing your time. Managing time is definitely gonna be the ultimate. Being able to dictate the minutes in the day and the seconds in the day allows you to really connect with who you need to connect with and the goals and dreams that you have for the tasks given at hand. Rule number one, time is your most valuable commodity. We all have the same 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, and 86,400 seconds in a day. Just a matter of what you do with that time. How important 1 minute in the day can be is very crucial. When it comes to the business world, that 1 minute could provide you $1 million idea. When it comes to your health, you could ham out 10, 15 push-ups to get yourself energized again. In the relationship world, it just takes 1 minute to make that phone call to a loved one to just tell them that you love them. Now you see, ask the richest people in the world if they could buy back 15 minutes. The thing about time and being the most valuable commodity is that you need to own the fact that it is the most valuable thing. This allows you to put it into the importance that it is so that you can help measure it and be able to now act accordingly. So I challenge you to test yourself. Write down what you're consuming your time on. What is the activities? What is the placements? What is the type of bandwidth that you're spending and what is it on? This can be crucial and can be quite the eye-opener when you start to actually see it on paper versus just assuming that you're spending the time doing the right things. Rule number two, work off a calendar, not your to-do list. Now, as much as to-do lists are great, to-do lists are usually filled up with most tasks that may not be the most important or don't have the right prioritization for it. Working off your calendar allows you to really truly understand exactly where you're measuring your time, but more importantly, by setting in a task, a time, a duration, and having that task completed with the accountability to maintain that calendar. Did you know 41% of tasks that are put on a to-do list are not completed? This is because we usually overwhelm our brains with so many tasks and to-dos versus actually calendarizing them the right way. So again, we set the right time, duration, and task allocation for your results to achieve. Rule number three, always carry a notebook or have some sort of software on your cell phone that allows you to manage your voice notes. So when you're having an idea or there's things going through your mind of tasks that need to be completed, you have a way to write them down. This also means when you have those $1 million ideas or ways that you know that you can prosper and succeed in life, you write those down. It takes about 20 seconds on average to lose a thought. So if we're not recording them on a voice note or writing them down on a notebook, what allows you to really break free from some of those missed opportunities is by making sure that you're measuring them and writing them down. If you're not accessible to a notebook or your phone, then chain your memories. This is a good memory trick that we learn through NLP models that allow you to really chain off of different thoughts to continue building that thought stronger so that you do remember it when you need to write it down later on. Rule number four, control your inbox. How often are you checking your inbox? Daily, weekly, from the WhatsApps to the text messages? to the emails, to the DMs from the social platforms. We humans use following up and checking in with people as a bit of a dopamine hit, as a reward to really feeling good about connecting with people. Now, how often are you actually following up with the people that really count and matter? Now, my coach, Richard Dolan, taught me a very valuable lesson in this: to prioritize the time you take to follow up. Set that time block in your calendar and make sure that within that time frame, you're connecting with all the people that you need to connect with. Don't try to do it throughout the day, because that allows you to sometimes be distracted by those dopamine hits and getting consumed in conversations that may not helping you move forward. Drafts is always a good technique that I use in the morning when I'm following up. I can set drafts, whether they're emails or text messages, for the day, so that later on in the day, I take a small chunk of my time to just send all of them out. This allows me to connect a lot quicker and make my time more efficient when it comes to following up. Rule number 5, Motivation Hub calls it your MIT, your most important task. Figuring out what your most important task is very key, and making sure that you do it first thing in the morning. Figure out what task is actually helping your business grow. This becomes your most important task and should be done first thing in the morning. You are at the strongest cerebral capacity first thing in the morning. So take the first 2 to 4 hours in your day to really focus on what those most important tasks really are. Rule number 6, say no to everything that does not support your immediate goals. Always remember, every time you say yes to something, you are also saying no to another thing. You know, Warren Buffett once said if he was presented 100 opportunities, he would say no to 99 of them. Saying no clears your bandwidth and gets your mind more focused on what's truly important versus some of the distractions that we hit with today's day and age of shiny new objects that you want to pursue that can help you become rich. A good rule of thumb is to write down top 25 tasks and goals that you want to achieve, and then choosing the top 5 out of those and only focusing on those. This gives you a good way to analyze exactly where your priority needs to be and for your follow through on completing those tasks. Rule number 7, outsmart yourself in order to kill procrastination. Now, we always think that we can do something later, or I can do it tomorrow, but we also know that tomorrow never comes. So beat your evil, lazy self by pre-planning and pre-positioning yourself in order to complete a task given at hand. Now, for example, let's say, hitting that snooze button in the morning is kind of a problem for you and you do end up doing it a bit too often. Well, by beating your future evil self, what you'll do is you'll put the alarm clock or your cell phone across the room on full loud. This will force you to get up off your bed in order to actually even put it on snooze, which will then in turn give you the confidence to say, I'm already out of bed, let's get my day started. Now for me, I use alarm clocks that start at 2:30 in the morning in order for me to be up, getting ready, having all my morning routines completely done so that I can be out of the house by 4 a.m. and to the office by 5. So ultimately, think of the ways that you may procrastinate or have done in the past and pre-plan and pre-position yourself to make sure that you can stay accountable to completing it. Rule number 8, follow Paretos principle. Now, Paretos principle states that 80% of your outcome comes from 20% of your efforts. So like your most important tasks, really find the things that actually will help drive your business and yourself forward and focus only on them. And be surprised, because sometimes it's not what you expect. The 20% is where you need to focus your time to allow you to succeed in those tasks. Saving time comes to delegation. Find people and supporting team members that will help you enhance your goal sets by delegating tasks out to them that still need to get done, but aren't a total priority for you, as you need to be focused on your most important tasks. And ultimately, always outsource and be creative. There's ways to find people that can help, and in this day and age, we have a lot of online tools and sources that can really enhance when finding people to help you with your vision to grow stronger. Rule number 9, batch your work with themes. Theme your days and set out time blocks to help you pre-plan when putting in tasks for a certain day. We have focus days that are game days, where you're truly focusing on the tasks at hand that help you either generate income or that are really powerful in the sense of having those set meetings and being able to connect the right way when ultimately bringing income to your company. Buffer days. Buffer days are great to catch up on phone calls, follow up on emails, and truly do more of those administrative tasks that'll help you really get to the back-end organization structure of what you need to achieve. And free days. Days to rest up and charge up. For me, I take Sunday off. Sunday is my day where I do not focus on anything work related. It allows me to have one day to myself, whether I'm sitting at home watching Netflix, whether I'm just being able to hang out with family and friends. Take one day at least and just focus on you. Rule number 10, routinely use mornings to strengthen your mind, body, and soul. Now, Robin Sharma talks about this in the 5 a.m. Club. The 20-20-20 rule, which is taking 1 hour out of your morning and spending 20 minutes on reflection, 20 minutes on true activity, and 20 minutes on learning something. For me, coming at 5 o'clock in the morning allows me to have a set amount of hours where there's no distractions. There's nobody in the office. I get to focus on what I need to achieve, and those most important tasks get completed first. Whether you call it yoga, meditation, praying, or even self-hypnosis, as I would say, utilize the face value of the name, but really uncover spending that internal time with yourself. With your mind, body, and soul complete and aligned, it allows you to be more free and more productive throughout the day. Rule number 11, if you can do a task in less than 5 minutes, do it immediately. This has been one of the most powerful rules to my success when it comes to both personally and professionally. Sometimes we feel that a task can take less than 5 minutes, but we need to schedule it in. We feel that it's gonna have to be plugged in and put in instead of actually just completing it. Now take the time, if it's less than 5 minutes, to do it right away, to get that one done, to pump you up with more dopamine so you can continue doing more after that. Rule number 12, understand there's always gonna be more to do. Now this is big, especially in the entrepreneurship world, because we always have things to do and always have tasks to complete. But give yourself permission to have a set amount of targeted tasks for that day to complete so that you can give yourself the satisfaction and again the dopamine levels to achieving those tasks, and allows you to free up your days moving forward in order to achieve more. Understanding that you can't do it all in one day allows you to have a bit more of a free mind when it comes to setting your day up. You know, giving yourself buffer zones and allowing yourself to be in total control of your time. Well, there you have it. The 12 strategies and rules that I use to effectively manage my time to succeed and live with abundance, freedom, and wealth. Click the like button if you've enjoyed this video. I will see you next week where I'm gonna share yet another rule to succeed in the game of life. One that will help you with effective communication skills, business strategy, and understanding how I close my $1 million real estate deals.